Hello, my name's Joanne and it's been 5 months since I did my last video. Because it's been so long and I'm not very good at planning, I'm just might just be a bit random. But I've got my diary here which tells me what I did on each day for the last 5 months. So I might just do it in that order. The first thing I finished on the 13th of June was my Age of Brass and Steam shawl, which I love. I didn't follow the pattern completely. It shouldn't be this big, but I had like half the yarn left, so I think it should only be sort of this long. I added another repeat before I did the edging section, which is holy. I've loved wearing this. I get complimented on it, so you just sort of wear it sort of like this. Well, I do anyway. I love the colours, it's very autumnal. I'll try and remember to put the details of everything I show you in the comment box because it's been so long I can't remember most of the details. So after that I did another butterfly from one of the magazine kits, and it was this one. So I did that, and that took me 3 stitchy sessions, and I got, for finishing it, I got £2 for Stitch from Stash, 4 Stitch from Stash. It goes with the blue one that I showed you last time. I did some more work on my Twillies kit. I'm calling it that because I'm not sure that it's got a name. Twillies reference number 771. So this is a stamped cross stitch by Twillies of Stamford. I'd done this on one of the retreats. It was a new start. Needle. So this is what I've done so far. I'd already done, I think, the flowery bit on this side. So obviously I've gone across the top and down this side and started the tree trunk. It smells really old. The funny thing, I went to Craft Group. I don't know if you know about Craft Group. I'm a vice president of WI, you probably know that, and we wanted a craft group, so me and one of the others set up a craft group that's twice a month. So anyways, I went to that and took this, or showed it online or something, and she said I've done that, and she brought it to craft group, and so we were both like, oh, matchy matchy, but her colours were a bit different. I don't know whether it's more in the older kits that sometimes the colours are a bit off, like they've put the wrong one in, but what do you think? So yeah, obviously it's not got holes in the fabric, I've tried to make the crosses meet in the corners, so it looks like real cross stitch. Where did that? Oh. I'm going to have to tidy up as I go, and my screen keeps turning off. So the next thing I did was work some more on my Haid, which is the Story Keep Enchanted Manor by Josephine Wall. It looks like this. Last time I showed you, I'd started trying the parking method, and I kind of loved it. So here it is at the minute. Last time I showed you, I'd said that I'd done 400 stitches here, and that I tried going across but didn't like it, so I was going down. So I think I've done all of this much. It's 2 columns at a time. I've done the parking method with that, and the way I've done that is I've been parking underneath. If there aren't any of that same symbol underneath, I've gone back up to the top of the next set of columns and parked it up there, because I didn't want to have duplicates of the same colour down the sides, or down like in one column. And these flowers, I'd said before that these flowers are supposed to be dark purple but they're pink, and this flower here is supposed to be yellow but it's like brown, rusty colours. But never mind. I did love doing the parking method, but when if I feel the fabric, this part that I've done cross country is it's not thick, but when I go down here it's really dense and lumpy, and the top feels bumpy. So unfortunately I might have to stop doing the parking method, because to me that it looks lumpy. You probably can't see, but only all of that much to go. So that's the Haid. I'd like to start another Haid. Because I'm not enjoying this one so much, but I will finish it at the end of June. Yeah, I bought a lavender and lace chart, and it's Angel of Christmas, because I love the colours, the red and the gold. Oops. I got this on eBay and it was listed as brand new. So when I got it and saw this, I was not happy. So I got half of my money back for that. But would you? Obviously the chart's not marked. Praise the Lord. But how can you sell that as new? Obviously, because what if I was buying it as a gift for somebody? I would not be able to give them that gift. But yeah, they were quite argumentative. They were like, but it's not been stitched. Yeah, but it's got writing all over it. Anywho, so that was that. So then at the end of June, my Stitch from Stash, I had gone from minus £41.24 down to minus £40.24. And that was because I earned £2 from the butterfly finish, and I bought that chart. So it kind of balanced out because with the £5 budget, so I went up £7 and then went down £5.50. Anyway, so the next thing, I got a new start and a finish on the same day, and this was a product review for Minerva Crafts. It's an anchor long stitch kit. So it's just of this car beetle thing. Yeah, use wool. It was printed on the canvas, and then it just comes with this cardboard frame that I just glued it into. So I did a review for that. I didn't claim any Stitch from Stash for that. So the next thing that happened was Danielle's fault, and I started a diamond painting. So this is it here. Oh, you can see everything. And look how sparkly she is. Dun, dun, dun. She is so sparkly. I love it. Like from a distance, looks really good. And you can see it's spark. Look. Dun, dun, dun. Blingy. This is just a frame from Wilko's. I think I just cut it out and put it in rather than stretching it. But it's a bit, and I think I need to glue it to the backing because it's a bit wibbly wobbly up here. But yeah, it's full drill square. I did enjoy doing it. Did I ever say that? I enjoyed doing it, but that was enough for me. I don't know if I'll do another one, maybe, but I'm not. I have not purchased any more of them. The next thing I did was I actually bought a magazine, World of Cross Stitching, which I had to take off my Stitch from Stash, but now I've got rid of the magazine, so I can't show you. But it had the postcard cross stitch kit in it. I think it might have been cross stitch crazy. So I stitched that, purple of it. It actually came with a postcard that you're supposed to like stick it on the front of the postcard and then you can write on the back. What I did was I just cut the postcard down to the size of it and glued it on with tacky glue. Oh, it's right messy at the back. You see the glue and everything. So that's cute. That just like sits on the bookshelf, like leaning against the books. I love the colours. So for that, I claimed £5 Stitch from Stash, and it took me 9 stitchy sessions because it's quite full coverage. So the next thing was on the 14th of July, I finished my quilt. I'm going to try and show it you, but I don't know if it's too dark. Move this chair. There's the quilt. It's like chevrons with all different patterns in. Ugh. It fits on my IKEA double bed. I just used a flat double sheet on the back from IKEA, and inside it is a 2-tog duvet from IKEA. So you just lay the sheet on the floor, lay the duvet on top, lay the quilting on top, pin it all together, and then I stitched in the ditch for all the zigzags. Took me forever. It was very difficult, so I had to buy then I bought a stitch in the ditch foot, which helped for one side of the zigzag but not the other side. So, and for the edging, I just folded over the backing onto the front and sewed it with the sewing machine, because I just wanted it finished. Didn't want to have to stitch it by hand, so you can see the quilting on the back. And in case you're thinking you can't make a quilt because you've not got a special sewing machine, I just used a normal sewing machine and worked one half and like rolled it up inside so it would fit in the little hole in the sewing machine. So I did one half one way and then did the other half the other way, so I didn't have the entire thing rolled up in the sewing machine. Yeah, I've not used it yet, but obviously winter is coming. Ugh. So that was a relief to get that done. What else did I do? So then at the end of July, at craft group, someone was doing English paper piecing, and I really wanted to give it a go. So I bought a kit off Etsy, and I did like all the little hexagon things. And then I laid them all out randomly, or tried to do it randomly. Took a photo of it, and then I've been sewing it together by hand. And it's so cute. I love it. I love the colours, and something fell on the floor. I think it's got 5 designs in, 5 different fabrics. And you leave the papers in, the ones you haven't like stitched all the way around, and then you just pull them out of these ones. I'm going to trim them down. But what I'm hoping to do is make it into the front of a cushion cover. I think I've got 2 more rows left, and then I'm hoping to cut off the sides or something. Obviously I've got to square it off. So that was that. In case you're wondering, if you wanted to buy the kit, the hexagons are actually just paper. You probably can reuse them, but only probably once. So July was the start of a new stitch from Stash. So started back at 0 and still had £5 budget. So the end of July, my stitch from Stash was £5.01. And then another craft slipped in. I ordered a paint by numbers kit from AliExpress, I think it was, or was it from Wish? It'll be linked below. which I started and finished, and here it is. It's daisies. Oh, which way? So it's on like real canvas fabric. It's like painted white on one side, like prime it or whatever, and then these were acrylic paints, and of course they were numbered, the paints were numbered. It came with 3 brushes, it came with hanging hardware. Yeah, just paint, just go on with it. Pretty impressed, because I don't think I've ever done a paint by numbers before. So that was that. I'm hoping to get a canvas frame made, like a wooden frame, so I can stretch it over that and hang it on the wall. I did try to use blue tack, but it just kept falling off. So that was a paint by numbers. That took quite a long time actually. 11 days. Approximately 11 days. So that took me to the end of August. I didn't buy anything stitchy related in August, so that took my stitch from stash to £10 and 1p. The next thing I did was start and finish in one day, and it was another review for Minerva Crafts, and it was this pincushion that I stitched. I got this chart, I think, from the freebies on Cyber Stitches, and I picked the colours myself. I believe they're all Anchor, and the review was for this pincushion kit by Clover, which I would highly recommend, because look how cool this pincushion is. I got some great arty photos on my Instagram, which is stitching_Joanne. It's done on 25 count cream Ada over 2. Not Ada, even weave. 25 count cream even weave over 2. Love it. So that takes us to September. On the 4th of September I had a new start. Oops, there goes the information. It's this boat ship, blue and white. I love blue and white. I want some blue and white like plates or something. So this is called Ship Ahoy, I believe, and it's from Cross Stitcher, October 2015, which is issue 297. I printed it off my digital subscription. It uses 3 colours of DMC, and it's stitched on 28 count cloud grey even weave from Sew It All. Well, I bought it from Sew It All. The brand is Fabric Flare, and this is a complete copy of Mandy O'Callaghan, which was then, she then changed her name to Mandy Floss, and now I've forgotten what she's changed it to again. Thanks Mandy, I love it. I don't know how to frame it. It'd be nice to get, you know, like a porthole. You normally get them as mirrors. Do that, take the mirror out, and it's like you're looking out the porthole at a ship. So yeah, I've done it near the top so I can use some of this bottom fabric for something else, like Christmas ornament or something. So that took me well, I've got it down as 8 stitchy sessions, but I think it's probably more than that. So yeah, I got £14 Stitch from Stash for that. It's like my biggest credit from Stitch from Stash. So next, I picked up my Indian paintbrush shawl again, which I hadn't worked on in forever. Reason being was I was working down my subscription list on YouTube and decided to watch the whole back catalogue of Skein Deer Knits, even though I've been subscribed for probably 2 years. I've just not really kept up with it. So I got the knitting bug. So I keep calling it the Indian paintbrush shawl, but that is actually something different. There is a pattern called Indian paintbrush shawl that is not this one. This one is just called Indian paintbrush by Selena Miskin of Wayfaring Yarns Designs. She's really good and helpful. If you're stuck on the pattern, you can message her and she'll help you. So it might be too big for the needles. So this is kind of what it looks like. Rather, this is supposed to be the straight edge and then it hangs down like this. So it's got beads, it's got lace, it's got garter stitch, it's Malabrigo lace. Yeah, love it. Not got much to say about it. It takes quite a long time because you have to stop to put the bead on. But I think I've only got, so it goes beaded lace, garter, beaded lace, garter. I think I've only got one more beaded lace, and then there's like an eyelet row and then an edging. So I'm excited to get this finished. I love the colour. Oh gosh, I do not want to lose any stitches. No. So that's that. Oh, and then the next thing I reviewed from Nerve Crafts were these pom-pom makers. Well, no, flower frill templates by Clover. Yeah, and made them into pom-poms, which are made into a garland. So I've not brought that because it's on the wall. So I'll insert a picture here. Yeah, so basically I was ill then. 19th of September, no it wasn't, 21st September. I got labyrinthitis. Oh my god. I've had it before, but well, you do not ever want to have that. Basically, it makes you dizzy. It's like inflammation of your inner ear, which is supposed to be triggered by a virus, but I hadn't been ill, like I hadn't had a virus, so I don't know what set it off. But it started Thursday afternoon, well, just when I was leaving work, probably, I don't know, like 4:30, 4:00, 4:30, 5 o'clock-ish. And I came home and just like died. But then on Friday, because then I'd been asleep, I thought, oh, I'll be fine in the morning, just a bit dizzy. So in the morning I was okay, I was a bit wobbly, but I thought it'll go off. But no, it just got worse and worse and worse and worse throughout the whole day at work. And after my lunch, like, I was fine when I drove there, it made me dizzy. But once I was sat there and just staring at the computer and not moving my head, like, it went, well, it was okay, because I wasn't moving my head. But then I had to, like, go into the other room to have my lunch. And after that, it was just like, whoo. So I had to just sit staring straight forward for 2 hours after that. And then I tried to do some work, and then, like, I had to leave work with everyone else because they needed to make sure that I got to my car okay. And then I had to drive. Driving wasn't so bad because when you're driving, everything's moving anyway, so it just, like, stops you feeling dizzy because everything's moving anyway. So I got home, and then I was just, like, in bed and, like, just couldn't move for days. So then, like, on the Tuesday, I thought, this is not going. Had to have an emergency doctor's appointment, put me on these tablets. Then they told me, like, then I had to have another doctor's appointment, which I'd already pre-booked for my other prescription. So I went there, and he was like, you shouldn't be taking those because they interact with this other thing. So then I had to have an ECG, which was fine, and then he put me on these other tablets, which didn't work as well. So I was off work for 5 weeks, dizzy as hell. Luckily, I never threw up. I could not have coped with that. Oof. So I went back to work, was still a bit dizzy, but I've been back at work maybe 3 weeks now, and all is okay now. Though I did get a little bit dizzy yesterday, but don't tell you all. So yeah, I couldn't craft because I couldn't put my head down because it was just making me dizzy. All I could do was sit staring forward or, like, watching Flosstube, and I got bored. Like, I never thought I'd get bored not being at work, and then I thought I should go back to work because if I'm at home staring at a computer, I may as well just be at work staring at a computer. So yeah, nothing really happened for the month of October. So by the 30th of, hang on, 30th of September, sorry, we missed the Stitch from Stash. I was at £17 and 1p. Because I'd got my £5 budget and the £2 for the pincushion. So that was that. Oh, I started something else. When you're off sick, you buy stuff online. And I bought a fabric panel. Well, actually, it's because I was watching YouTube and I saw them making this. So I thought, I'll just follow the link, just buy it. A fabric panel that makes these little stockings, like advent stocking things. So the panel's got all these fronts printed on it. And then I bought some backing fabric, which was this one. Yeah, cut them out. So you have to fold the tops down, you have to zigzag the edges first, which took forever. You have to fold them down and stitch them down on the front and the back. And now I'm drawing the fronts to the backs. And they're so adorable, and I don't know how to hang them with, like, with ribbons or get a string with pegs on. In fact, I might already have one of those that I've used for cards in the past. So I think I've done about 12 of them so far. It's really difficult on the sewing machine to go around the curvy bits, so I have to, like, hand crank all around that bit, so it takes ages and it makes my wrist hurt. I made a template and everything. So that's my little pack of Advent stockings, and I've used a friction pen to draw around the the stockingy bit on this side, because you can't, when it's under the foot, the shadow of the foot, you can't see the outline, so I've drawn around them. Yeah, they're connected together at the minute. It's obviously right sides together, like so. Pin it together, so around this line. Voila. That was that. Oh, and then I'll show you this first. I finished stitching this Mill Hill kit in my last video, but I've FFO'd it with blue felt on the back, which I pilfered from my sister, and then just some, I think this is probably anchor thread here, just glue it on. I did like take step-by-step videos, so I'm thinking I might try and make that into a video just with narration over the top, so you can see how to finish a Mill Hill with felt. So that hangs on like the corner of my mirror. So on the 15th of October I bought a cross stitch kit off a Facebook selling group, because look how pretty it is, and it was only £6. And what else can you say? Got the hoop and everything, the hoop, the thread, the chart. I believe it might be from Hobbycraft, but I couldn't see them, they weren't online anymore. So then the next thing I did was, at the WI, we've got somebody, we live near a big hospital, so, and for World Prematurity Day, they're having like a sale and also a photograph of babies wearing purple, which is the colour for premature babies or something. So, oh, it's so cute! So I made a little cardigan and a little hat. I'm sure I made 2 hats actually. Well, maybe not. Definitely made another hat. Oh well, I don't know where that went. Look at the little cardigan! This is purple. It looks blue on screen. Yeah, so this is, I'll link the pattern below. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, except you don't have to be on Ravelry, so I'll link the website where you get a pattern. It's pretty much knit in one. You only have to seam under here and across the shoulders, because you up to the armpits you knit that flat, and then you put these front stitches on a stitch holder whilst you finish the back, and then you pick up the fronts again. Knit it up to make the little sleeves, and it's so cute. And I made a matching hat, although this hat's probably too big for a premature baby, I don't know. Depends how premature it is. So that's going to the hospital for World Prematurity Day, along with the 3 hats I made some time ago that I've been saving. Well, I intended on sending them to the hospital at the time, but didn't. So there's those. Forgot what I was going to say. So they have this sale because people donate stuff, and if the stuff isn't suitable for the hospital to use, so sort of like, I think they just put them on all the babies that are born, they save up all that stuff for a sale. in November, I think. So that's my little bag of goodies for the hospital, well, for the girl who's going to take them to hospital. So that was fun. I did them like, it took me like a couple of hours. This chair outside of me is getting full as hell. Oh yeah, something great happened with my Stitch from Stash. Had a massive destash. Well, massive destash. Now I think it was because I had 45 items on eBay. That took me 2 days to list. And I made £44 and 17p, which was amazing. And then 2 days later, I'd finished stitching that boat, so got £14 for that. But then 26th of October was the retreat, and I said I wasn't going to buy anything. Lol. So when I was there, I spent £36. And I'll show you what I got. This was the Milton Keynes October retreat run by Sarah Marnie that Gem Stitch talked about. Tina Simply in Stitches. There was our retreat, and then there was a Mirabilia retreat upstairs. So we got to share, like we went and looked around each other's rooms, and we got to share the shops. So we had Chromatic Alchemy was one of our shops, and Sparkly's Fabrics was one of their shops. So we got 2 fabric shops, and Denkai Designs was there. Sarah Marnie was obviously there with Marnie's mixed bag. You should all buy floss from her. I think it's 57p a skein, and it's not fake. She gets it directly from DMC. She also sells fabric and charts and needles and like I think floss charts and like the tins of floss and the ring things. So anywho, the first thing I bought for £3 was this beautiful needle minder from Casey. Love it. And from Denkai Designs, I bought one of her bead holder needle minder things where you needle minder it to your project, and then the beads stick on here. Because I'm stitching Fairy Moon and she got loads of beads. And my usual method of holding the beads when I stitch is I've got a little love heart photo frame, picture frame, and I tip the beads into the onto the glass bit and just like try and scoop them off there. So I think this would be more convenient. This was £7. That also came with a free needle minder, which was a strawberry, which I'll show you in a minute because it's on my other project. And then I bought 4 Mill Hill kits. So I'll go through them. I bought this one, Pine Cone, because this has been on my wish list for so long. So I got it. I got this because it was so pretty. Honey pot from the Autumn Harvest collection. And then I got 2 from the Spring Bouquet collection. This coin purse one because she'd got it like stitched up, and it was just so blingy. I had to get it. Look at the colours. And this one I got, it's seagull. I don't like seagulls, But my Richard, he loves the seaside. I thought I could make that and display it, and he'll be able to think of the seaside. Talking of the seaside, because I was poorly, we had to cancel our holiday to the seaside. Mortified. I was so upset. We've rearranged it for March. So yeah, these were £6.50 each, which is why I got them, because that's a good price. And so the retreat, I stitched solely on Fairy Moon. I've not stitched on her since, I think, March. I've been stitching on her since the retreat, basically. But here she is, minus the tip of her wing. This sparkly is my gridding in Silky Sliver in a gold colour. Last time I showed you this, I had all of this done, and these three greeny browny bits were done. At the retreat, I filled in the white bits of this, maybe half of this white bit, and there's also a bit of a creamy colour in there, and some of this, I think. And Tina was working on it on the Friday, but she had a new start on Saturday, so Saturday and Sunday it was just me, although Kat, she started Fairy Moon on the Saturday. She's just started in the middle, I think, in the purple bit. I'll insert a picture here of Tina and I and our finish points for the weekend. We reckon I might be very slightly further along, but that was then. Obviously now, since being home, I've worked on Fairy Moon for 3 stitchy sessions, I believe. The first 2 were her skin, which I've done over 1 in 2 strands, 10th stitch. So now my Fairy Moon's swearing like Tina's and Kyle's. Got to keep up with Kyle now as well. Have this. Went a bit wrong in her face. I got a knot on the back of the fabric in her face, so there's like a patch here that's lumpy where I've had to change the direction I was stitching in. Never mind, I'm not pulling it out. And then I've done this sort of bottom bit, and craft group last night I did probably this bit, and this white bit. So yeah, I'm still keen to keep on working on her. But I've got her in this massive Q-snap, which Poppy Doyle channel, she gave to me these long bars. I don't know, 15 inches, I don't know. But I need to find a way to have it close to my face, because at the minute I'm just resting it sort of on my knee and I can't see the holes. So I probably need to get my Lowry out, stitch on this. So yeah, this is all pretty much all the same, more of the same, should I say. If you don't know what she looks like, where have you been? Hang on, let me get the thing. This is what she looks like. So I've got all this white dress to do. These cloudy bits are half stitch. This is all beading. The moon's all beads, but I'm going to use Krennic, or yeah, not Krennic, Petite Treasure braid. that is she. So that's what I'm currently working on. And this is the free needle mine from Denkai. Although I did get a balloon, but I didn't like it, so I swapped it with Tina for her strawberry. So Halloween, stitch from stash. My total was £38.18 for stitch from stash. Let me just. So that's the end of the diary. Oops, sorry, I keep knocking you. I'm terrible. Also from the retreat. In the raffle, I got this poppy kit thing. I got this snowman ornament thing. I think it's got a chart in it, not sure. Then from the freebie table, I got this 28 count antique white even weave MCG textiles. I've had experience in the past of it being uneven, so I had a close look at it, and it doesn't seem to be uneven like my last one. My last one had obvious, they were like rectangles, the squares were rectangles, so that'd be cool. Thanks Claire, she donated that. There was this DMC sampler collection, How Much Love sampler. It had been on the table all weekend and I've been hanging my nose over it, thinking no, you don't need that, but because it was still there at the end of the last day, I just had to take it. So it's flowers, it's got deer. It's not how much you do, but how much love you put in the doing. So I think it's the chart and leftover threads, unless it's all the threads, not sure. I've not opened it yet. And then the other thing, similarly, I'd been looking at the whole weekend and they were still there. So there's this sampler, it's from Cross Stitch Collection July 97. So that's pinks and greens and red. And this one, Victorian Values. I thought if I decide that I'm not going to do it, I can just take it back next year to give away, or give away to my craft group. Also from the freebie table, I liked this kit. I couldn't see that it had the chart in it, so the magazine was there as well. So this is issue 274 of the World of Cross Stitching. So it's got the snowman thing in it. I don't think there was anything else in this I liked. So that's quite cute if you like owls. That's that kit. Probably, actually these are quite nice. I also forgot to mention that in the raffle I won a box of celebrations and I've already eaten them all. And I also just realised that I didn't show you this other paint by numbers that I started. They're hugging. I'm not very pleased with the colours because this is obviously brown and the picture is more purple, like the picture of the finished thing. But yeah, again, real canvas. It's been painted, primed. These are the numbers, what it looks like. Some sections are really tiny. In fact, I'll show you sort of what you get. So it's supposed to look like this. Sorry, I keep knocking the thing. To me, this is a bit more like grey. But never mind. This one's quite good. Unlike the daisy one, this one comes with another like sheet of it in case you've painted over something and you want to paint over it again because the coverage isn't very good. You can refer to this to remind you what number it was. So what you get with it is your paints like this. 50 shades of brown, in this case 24, and you get a set of brushes, 3 different thicknesses, and then the like hanging hardware with the screws. In addition, well, I've just been using the ones from the previous kit, but additionally I bought these brushes and these brushes and this thing called Flow Improver, the clear one, because some of the paints are really thick and when you're brushing it on, like, it doesn't brush. So you add some Flow Improver, acrylic Flow Improver, and it like waters it down but without affecting the colour. Because if you add water it makes it more transparent. And plastic cup. I don't think I'll be drinking out of that one anymore. So yeah, I would really recommend that you try paint by numbers, diamond painting, English paper piecing, fabric advent calendars, pin cushions, but I wouldn't recommend labyrinthitis. Nails. Show you. I'll try and show you a thumb. These are water decals from AliExpress. It's got little birds on. This one's like a birdhouse. This is flowers. This is flowers. I got I think I bought like 76 sets for £6. Amazing. So this is the first time I've done it. Put these on at the weekend. I picked these. These are not my favourite, so that's why I picked them to do first. So thank you for watching, and maybe I'll see you again in less than 5 months. Bye!